Dragon Ball Daima episode 4 now out, so let's talk about it. Okay, so the newest episode of Dragon Ball Daima is now officially out for you guys to go and check out, and boy, what another fantastic fun episode we had of Dragon Ball. So this episode picks up right where we left off in last week's episode. They now lost their plane, so now they have to walk on feet. And this is where Goku makes the remark, why don't we just fly there? But obviously, Glorio says, the air is too heavy, we're going to burn up our energy and our stamina, which will make us very vulnerable going forward. So Goku flies up and he notices, yes, the air is still very thick, very hard to move. He can't move as quick as he used to, which I'm loving that concept, that idea of like, going to the demon realm in this particular world of it, the air is thicker, so it's harder to move. So you're not as quick or anything like that because of the density. I really like that idea. That's a nice touch there by Toriyama. So as they're flying, they come back down to their feet and then they start walking. And then they get to the canyon, you know, that dark abyss canyon. So they have to fly over that because they can go around, but it'll take too long. So they fly over that. And this is where we get this creature that comes out with wings, and it's like a snake sort of creature with wings. And this is where we see Glorio fight it. So it's cool to see Glorio get some action here, man. He's getting some hands in here, and he is beating down on this monster. So that was really, really cool to see as well. So we know that Glorio is no slouch. He's not just this person that's just like got nothing about him. He actually has some techniques and some power behind him. So we have that. But as they're walking on their journey, Goku comes up with this brilliant idea. Because he's asking about the Dragon Balls. Because we know that there are 3 Dragon Balls in the Demon Realm. Right? So he's asking about that. This is where Glorio does drop the line of, you could say that these are the original Dragon Balls. So does that mean the Demon Realm Dragon Balls are even older than the Super Dragon Balls, which would make sense because the Super Dragon Balls were created in age 41, I believe. And we already know that the Demon Realm, I'm pretty sure in the first episode, has been around for 1,000 years or something like that. So that would mean that Zalama would have had to leave the Demon Realm to go and create that. So there's so much stuff with that whole stuff with the Dragon Balls and Zalama and that we just need to explore already. But this just says that these are the original Dragon Balls, which is kind of crazy. So these are the original ones. That's mental. So obviously we now know that you have to fight these beings that were created to protect them. Each world has one Dragon Ball, so you have to fight this being. And of course, Glorio makes the mistake. What does he tell Goku? Oh man, these things are strong. They're really, really strong. And what does Goku say? Yo, let's fight him then. Goku wants to fight him. So their idea is they're going to go and get the Dragon Balls, collect them on their way as well, defeat these stronger beings, because Goku likes to fight and likes to fight stronger people. And if Dende is killed or hurt, they can just use those Dragon Balls to revive him and fix him. Or they can use those, if Dende isn't, to become back to their normal size again. And, you know, when you think about it, it makes sense because you can do that along your journey. And if you do use it to save Dende, you can always just then take Dende and go use the Earth Dragon Balls. You know, it's not the end of the world. So there is that. But then again, I'm also like questioning, like, why wouldn't they just go to Namek to use the Namekian balls to make themselves bigger and then go get Dende? I don't know. That's just one of those things where you're just kind of like, oh, what's that? But then again, they're just like, let's go get Dende. So you have that. Then the second half of the during the first half of the episode, we get introduced to this new demon couple, elderly couple, who explain certain bug things with like beans and stuff like that. That's all interesting as well. And then they jump on this giant seed cannon thing, and it shoots them in the air, and they go across. It was hilarious. Goku's obviously loving it, while Supreme Kai's yelling. Typical. Love that. Then we get into the second half of the episode where we get introduced to a town. And this is where we see that the new Demon King's men are there collecting what seems to be taxes. So they now, every year they have a collection that they have to give. So this year it was 3 gold coins. And each time you don't have a gold coin, you have to give up a certain amount of your life per coin. So that is just an interesting concept. So we have them taking the coins, and then we see people that don't have enough to pay it. They actually take this blue liquid out of them, which is like their life source, and it takes years off their own lifespan and puts it in this container. So this makes me wonder, must be how he's able to keep that Namekian alive, because he's channeling all this, life energy, life, source into the Namekian that he's taking from everyone else, which is very interesting. And then obviously we get a new character come in. She's dressed up. She throws this wasabi bomb that doesn't work. So they start chasing her. So of course our boy Goku, because of the hero he is, steps in and can't allow people to be treated like this. So he goes in there and we get this really, really fun action sequence of Goku just destroying them all with his power pole and just wrecking them left, right, and center. He just runs straight through. I love the very first one where he comes in, extends it, and just boom, trips all of them at the same time. And then he just goes hand to hand and just absolutely whoops them. They're obviously no match for Goku. So he is this savior. He is now a fugitive. This is where we then get introduced to the new character who reveals herself. So now we have this gang who are going to go after the Dragon Balls, who are now fugitives. And we also now know more about the Demon Realm itself and the customs that they have. So I really find this interesting that they actually have a machine able to take life energy, life source, and life spans out of you. That's a very interesting concept that Toriyama has added in here that we have not seen. Well, I mean, we've seen the androids suck the life key out of you, like that Android 19 and 20, but nothing like this where they can take a specific amount of time off you and aid you that way. And then obviously they must be able to give it, because otherwise why else would you collect it if you can't give it? So maybe this is how they keep themselves alive for very long periods. I don't know. Obviously we're probably going to get more explanations, and Daima is starting to really dive into lore here of Dragon Ball and give us a lot more detail and information that I didn't actually expect we were going to get. But I'm loving that aspect about this, is how we're getting so many new lore details, like the Dragon Balls. These might be the original Dragon Balls. Now it puts into question like Zalama and the Super Dragon Balls. Like, who is he? Is he a Namekian? Is he something else? How is he able to create Dragon Balls this powerful? Are these ones in the Demon Realm just as powerful? Like, what is going on? So I'm absolutely loving it. So let me know what you guys think of episode 4. Smash it down in the comment section below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.